I am here with Lisa Milewski of Erie County Cancer Services Programs. She's going to go over a few different options you may have if you might need to get tested or where you could reach out to see if maybe you're unsure if you might be eligible to have a screening or maybe there's something that you want to get tested just for your own well-being and peace of mind. So Lisa, I'm going to take it over to you and just let me know when you want me to go to each slide and
Sure.
I'll pass through them for you.
Okay. Again, everyone, hello. My name is Lisa Milewski. I work for Cancer Services of Erie County. And I'm going to talk a little bit about our program. Next slide. So our program primarily covers three topics: breast, cervical, and colorectal cancer screenings. So if you're interested and if you qualify for any of these screenings, you're uninsured or underinsured, this would be a great program to look into. Next slide. So cancer is the second leading cause of death among New Yorkers. You're probably wondering what the leading cause of of death is among New Yorkers. It's actually heart disease, and then cancer would be second. Cancer screenings can definitely save lives. Screening with a mammogram, for instance, can help find breast cancer early when treatment is most effective. Cervical cancer and colorectal cancer can be prevented through regular screenings. Next slide. So some facts about cancer. Black New Yorkers are nearly 20% more likely to die of colorectal cancer than non-Hispanic white New Yorkers. They are also more likely to be diagnosed at later stages. In New York State, white women are more likely to be diagnosed with breast cancer than Black or Hispanic women, but Black women are more likely to be diagnosed at a later stage and die from the disease. In New York, Black and Hispanic females have the highest rates of cervical cancer, and Black females have the highest rate of dying from cervical cancer. And then in rural areas, colorectal is at high levels among urban populations, mostly due to obesity and lower screening rates. So those are some interesting facts. The next slide. What causes cancer? There's many types of cancers with many possible causes. And then there's risk factors for cancer. So some of those risk factors include things that we can't control and things that we can control. So our age. We can't control our age, and that's the leading factor when it comes to cancer. Our race, another one. And then family history. And then people can also get cancer even if they don't have any of these risk factors. Next slide. So there are some risk factors that we can control, and we'll talk about that. But 9 out of 10, for instance, colon cancers happen in people ages 45 or older. And they're finding colon cancer in younger and younger groups. So the American Cancer Society is saying by the date 2030, colorectal cancer is going to be the number one cancer among ages 20 to 45. So that's huge. It's on the rise. Having a personal history of cancer puts you at a higher risk. And then there's lifestyle factors. These are things that we can change. So if you're obese, of course, we want to get to a healthy weight. When you're obese, it affects your hormones. It all contributes to these things. Drinking alcohol, that's a huge one. Not enough exercise. Our body is meant to move. Tobacco use, all kinds of tobacco use. If you smoke or use tobacco, you need to quit. And then red and processed meats. So think of fatty meats, like the fattier cuts, the marbled meat, and then processed meat, like lunch meat, things that contain additives, nitrates, things like that. So these are the things that we can kind of cut out or reduce. Next slide. So our mission, we're a unique coalition of community partners committed to providing cancer education and screening to the underserved women and men of Erie County through a network of medical providers, social service agencies, and other community organizations. So what we do is we actually are like, think of us like the middleman. If you're uninsured or underinsured, you have a high deductible copay, we can help you get these screenings that are, can save your life. Next slide. So I put this in, I know it's November, but that last month was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This is a picture of our group. And we painted some pumpkins pink for October in honor of cancer survivors. Next slide. So New York State Cancer Services Program provides, again, breast. So we cover breast, mammogram, cervical, pap smears, and colorectal cancer screenings and follow-up services at no cost to men and women who qualify. So how do you qualify? Next screening or next page. Who's eligible? A person that is eligible for services needs to be uninsured or underinsured. So think high deductible, screenings not covered for New York State residents. For colon screenings, and this goes for if you do have insurance, you need to get screened by age 45. They've just recently changed the guideline from 50 to 45, so between the ages of 45 to 75. And then if you have a family history or a history of any kind of bowel disease, you'd want to get tested sooner than 45. For breast and cervical, we test women ages 40 through 64 plus. And that would be for a clinical breast exam, a mammogram, a pap smear, a pap exam, any kind of diagnostics associated with that. And higher risk women that are under the age of 40, say you're having a breast issue and you're under 40, or if you know somebody that's under 40 and is having a breast issue and doesn't have insurance, definitely give us a call. Not currently under treatment for breast cancer, cervical, or colorectal cancer or precancerous conditions. Next slide. So here's some information if you would like to contact us. We also offer free colorectal cancer screening kits for people who do have insurance. So if you have insurance, your insurance would pay for the screening kit, but for whatever reason, if you didn't want to go through your insurance, we offer a take-home cancer screening kit. It's very easy to do. You do it in the privacy of your own home. It maybe takes 2 minutes. You're just going to send in a small sample. It's not a large sample. It's a very small sample. You're sending it in the mail. It's going to Kaleida. It's looking for blood in your stool. The blood in your stool would indicate most likely polyps, and you'd need to go on for a full colonoscopy. So that is something that we offer. You can call the number, or if you know anyone is uninsured and needs a kit. And then there's also our website, cfpwny.org. You can request a kit if you're interested. And then next slide. This is if you're on social media, our Facebook page. You want to take a look around. And if you have any questions, you can just give us a call. We're happy to answer. We're here all the time. And we, anyone that's maybe between jobs or has a part-time job, just for whatever reason doesn't have insurance, just give us a call.